We do not learn from experience. We learn from reflecting on experience. Education is not preparation for life, but education is life itself. Failure is instructive. The person who really thinks learns quite as much from his failures as from his successes. Good person is, no matter how bad he is, keep moving towards self-change, day by day. We only think when we hit a problem. Complete adaptation to the environment means death. The key point in all responses is the desire to control the environment. Every great advance in science has been issued from the boldness of new imagination. There is a very big difference between having something to say and just saying something. The self is not something ready-made, but something in continuous formation through choice of action. The most important attitude that can be formed is that of desire to go on learning. The deepest urge in human nature is the desire to be important, to find out what one is fitted to do, and to secure an opportunity to do it is the key to happiness. The path of least resistance and least trouble is a mental rut already made. It requires troublesome work to undertake the alteration of old beliefs. We always live at the time we live, and not at some other time, and only by extracting at each present time the full meaning of each present experience are we prepared for doing the same thing in the future. The only way to abolish war is to make peace seem heroic. Arriving at one goal is the starting point to another. Like the soil, mind is fertilized while it lies fallow, until a new burst of bloom ensues. Of all affairs, communication is the most wonderful. The ultimate function of literature is to appreciate the world, sometimes indignantly, sometimes sorrowfully, but best of all to praise, when it is luckily possible. A problem well defined is a problem half solved. Insecurity cuts deeper and extends more widely than bare unemployment, fear of loss of work, dread of the oncoming of old age, create anxiety and eat into self-respect in a way that impairs personal dignity. The conception that growth and progress are just approximations to a final, unchanging goal is the last infirmity of the mind in its transition from a static to a dynamic understanding of life. Thinking and feeling that have to do with action in association with others is as much a social mode of behavior as is the most overt cooperative or hostile act. Except in dealing with commonplaces and catchphrases, one has to assimilate, imaginatively, something of another's experience in order to tell him intelligently of one's own experience. Mind as a concrete thing is precisely the power to understand things in terms of the use made of them. A socialized mind is the power to understand them in terms of the use to which they are turned in joint or shared situations, and mind in this sense is the method of social control. Never let fear define who you are, and never let where you came from determine where you are going. We cannot expect to gain true knowledge without acting upon our ideas.